Hello everyone, welcome to the tutorial on data science through Python. And in this specific tutorial, we are actually going to talk a little bit about what data science is and what data science specifically does. So it could be a complex question to answer in just one mini tutorial because there are lots of tasks which actually covers the entire circumference of what data science says. So let's try to brief it and divide it into specific agendas. Basically, let's try to answer the first question. And that is going to be the first agenda of this tutorial, and that is understanding data science. And we are going to answer what data scientists' daily tasks are and job opportunities in the data science field. So first of all, let's dive into some data and let's see what data science says. Data is around us everywhere. Either it be the banking applications or taking data from ATM machines or about tweeting and all sorts of tweets and Facebooking, posting comments, or even Gmailing maybe. Going somewhere with your location history on in the Android application, which is actually signed into your Google app, Google account. So each and everywhere in today's world, we are getting or receiving data of any sort. So this data is actually going through or from us, and it's actually getting loaded somewhere. It could be servers, it could be some other machines, where there are actually lots of people who take out this data and make enormous amounts of calculations and manipulations somewhere. So what could be a very good example of this entire process? So let's talk about it first of all. This is basically the Google Map application, and once you go to your account in your Gmail, and once you go to your personal infos, you can actually track out there and how can you see this specific map. And if you see carefully, there are basically maps about my location, which is linked to my account. And you can see that it's actually pinpointing the areas I've been into. So if you might have seen, like a few months ago, we're actually giving the location through which you have been. Maybe let's say I have been living in Norda, and I've been frequently traveling to Gorgon. And then they used to actually show the tracks. I don't know what the reasons are they stopped doing that, but the point is that they're collecting data on a daily basis. Just imagine that you have an Android phone and its GPS is on, and you are frequently exchanging a lot of data through the Google server. And the same is going on with all of the Android devices, which are linked with some specific Google account. Now, all this entire data is going to a specific server. If we try to figure it out, actually, it's petabytes. Sometimes it goes to petabytes or terabytes easily because it chooses the data and a lot of data. And to process it, actually, we have to be very careful. It's not a very normal data where some sort of RDMS works out. We just pop in the server RDMS and the things go pretty easy. Whatever solution, whatever algorithm we use, it has to be very scalable and other sort of technologies has to be applied to keep the things straight. Now, this all comes under data science. So let's say if we just put in our location over here, or let's say I have been there in this specific area. So all of that information is actually recorded and processed somewhere. This is actually one example of what exactly data science is and what it can do. Let's move on to yet another example called Twitter. So what Twitter does is that, let's say if we have some sort of incident and news phenomenon in a particular area of any specific region, let's say India, then what actually sometimes we have to do in Twitter is they basically crawl through every tweet of the people over here and try to find out what the exact phenomenon, which has been occurring a lot nowadays. So let's say if someone processes something about a president or a PM, then what Twitter does is it's called crawl, and it crawls through all its pages for the specific word PM, let's say Narendra Modi. So all those pages which contain the particular string, Narendra Modi, are now going to turn up to the server, to tweets. So this is an enormous amount of data, which needs special algorithms and very carefully managed servers to process and to result into a specific conclusion. So what could be the entire conclusion of this entire process? Let's say if there's a lot of tweets, which are exactly targeting to a specific news phenomenon, then Twitter has to set a word that is going to be trending or not. So there are lots of decisions which actually has to be taken over. And to do them, we actually do a lot of data science. Same goes with the Yahoo Finance data, as you can see over here. This is basically the website where you can actually put the dates hit enter, and get the specific data. This data doesn't seem pretty much. But if you just say, let's see, if you put in monthly, or let's say daily, and give the interval a little bit more, then the data increases as per that. So now what the problem is, let's say if you want to make some sort of prediction over that, what data scientists do on a daily basis, then it's going to be pretty difficult. Because the data is in pretty much quantity, and you need to have a specific algorithm to arrive at a particular conclusion. So all in all, the conclusion is data is everywhere around us, and we have to manipulate so that we can give a better service. It could be a software service, or it could be some sort of web application. So there's always a product for that data. And to develop and process that particular product, whatever technologies are used, that actually comes under the subject of data science. I think this is it, that we are talking about understanding data scientists' daily tasks. What are the basic job opportunities in the data science field? So basically, if you talk about the most cool jobs of the 21st century, is actually data science. People running towards that, and mostly the people of IT, are pursuing data science because there are lots of opportunities as data analysts, data scientists, or doing some sort of calculations using big data, etc. So all of these short terms are actually pretty trending, and if you try to seek an opportunity, there are lots of scope and pretty good salary and career as well. So apart from that, I think this is pretty much it, which we need to discuss about well. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I hope you enjoyed our YouTube videos, and I really appreciate that if you could subscribe to our videos, which will also encourage me to give more such videos in the times to come. And you can also watch some of our popular programs which have been liked by a lot of viewers. See you soon.